Step 2, persistence. And persistence is the missing ingredient in our society today, okay? Like the young lady wanting to quit today. She said it's causing all kinds of stress for me. I'm just going to give up. No. It's going to be a fight, but we're going to find a way to win. That's the deal, okay? We're going to persist through this. Eugene Peterson wrote a great book called Long Obedience in the Same Direction. He was a pastor, and he talked about your faith, having a long obedience in the same direction. And he said he would go to people's houses and he would talk to them about having faith over a long cycle of time. And he said, you could not believe the excuses people used. And I said, man, excuses, self-proclaimed opt-out. Persistence is I persist until I see this dream through to its conclusion. When you're working a lead, when you're working an opportunity, you keep working until you see it through to its conclusion. Now, if there's no opportunity there, you go, hey, I have exhausted this opportunity. There is no opportunity. Here's what I can say to myself. At least I gave it my best shot. Right, Natalie? At least I gave it my best shot. Here's the other regret. If only I would have worked harder. If only I would have shown up more. If only I'd have been more prepared. See, they did a study of Olympians who were in the top 3. When they did something, they were in the top 3. The number 1 person didn't have any regrets because they won. Number 2 had if only regrets. If only I'd have practiced harder, I could have been number 1. If only I'd have shaved a few seconds off, I'd be a gold medalist versus silver. If only. The number 3 person had an at least regret. At least I'm in the top 3. At least I'm on the stage. At least I made it. See, look at those 2 regrets. If onlys or at least. See, I went home last night and I said, man, at least I gave it everything I had yesterday. See, I can go to sleep going, you know what? I gave it everything I had yesterday to these folks. Okay? And I'm going to let the chips fall where they may. The people who want to get better and who want to grow and know they need a coach are going to sign up for this program. People who don't are going to keep going on about their life. At least I gave it everything I had. At least I can go home tonight and lay down and tell my wife, man, I hit it as hard as I could yesterday. Okay? That's how I want to lay down every single night. Okay? So when you're thinking about this, persistence is a missing ingredient in today's society. It just is. How do you build persistence? You need a structure. You need a hard schedule. You need an environment. You need an expectation. You need a coach. You need something there that keeps you moving. Okay. Now, I think I told you this. By 7 p.m. on Sunday night, everybody on my team has to turn in. We have a Slack channel, which is an app. Everybody has to turn in what they're doing this week to win, to hit their goals. We meet at 9 a.m. The purpose of the 9 a.m. meeting is for me to activate their prey drive. It is not to teach them everything I know. I teach one sales skill every morning, but the whole purpose of the meeting is to get the team excited to go into battle again. And today I'm teaching them the habits of the top performers. I'm like, come on, man, this is what the top performers in the world do. Can I get you to be a top performer? Okay, 12:30, they check in again. If they're 1 minute late, they pay a $25 fine. At 4:30, they check in again. At 4:30, they say, this is what we did. See, I said, if we're going to have a remote environment and people are going to work in their houses, then there's going to be accountability. There's going to be structure. There's going to be focus. We're going to hit our sales goals. Okay. It's not if we're going to, we are going to. Okay. Now, if you want to be a part of the Navy SEAL squad, step over here. If you want to be part of the baby SEAL squad, step over there. Okay. This is how we roll. I'm building the habit of persistence. I'm building the habit of persistence. Number 3, intensity. Intensity. People ask me all the time how to build intensity in life. I'm going to show you something that the best way I know how to give you intensity. Many years ago, I wrote this up on the board at my office, 18,000. And I brought my team in and I said, anybody know what that means? And they said, no, sir. Is it a sales number? No. Is it a number of customers you want? No. I said the average lifespan right now of a male is 78 years old. Average lifespan of a female is 82 years old. I said, if I live to be 78 years old, this is how many days I got left on planet Earth. 18,000. When a guy I know wrote a book about kids called 18 Summers. He said, that's all the summers you got with your kids. 18. Every summer matters. When I said that to them, I said, man, I got 18,000 days on planet Earth left. I said, if you sense an intensity in me, it's because I got a long way to go and I got a lot of things to do and I got a short time to get there. And I do not have time to mess around or dabble with my potential. I have decided that I'm going to go all the way. This is intensity. Focus. This is intensity. I'm moving toward a target. I have a target, folks. 31 years old at my house. I was a single man, 31 years old, wasn't married yet, didn't have any kids, and I had a whiteboard in my office, and up in the right-hand corner, I put goals. Okay, I just started my business, and I put one goal: become the next Covey. Dr. Stephen Covey. Covey wrote the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, influenced millions of people. That was my whole goal. One goal. So somebody asked me the other day, how do you know if you're getting there? You don't know if you're getting there. It is not capturing the goal that matters, that activates the prey drive. It is pursuing the goal that matters. So I get on a plane one day with Tim Story, and we're flying to an event. Tim Story's my buddy out in California, Coach Robert Downey Jr., celebrity life coach. And he said to me, we had just met. We'd just spoken at 10X together, 10,000 people. This is the first event we had ever done together. And he gets on the plane and he said, you know what? I've had this impression, Coach, that I'm supposed to tell you something. He's a pastor. And I said, sure, what is it? And he said, something's telling me to say this to you. You're the modern day Covey. And I went, what did you just say? He said, something is telling me to say this to you, that I believe you're the modern day Covey. I had never said that to him. I had never told him that goal. I had never told him that was one of my big dreams, is to be as good as Dr. Covey was, to impact as many people as Dr. Covey did. And when he said that to me, I thought, now that is crazy. This was like 15 years later for me writing it down. So when you think about intensity, I have a goal, I have a target, I have a dream, I have an ambition. I'm going to have high value activity. I'm not going to get distracted, which means to pull apart. I'm not going to be pulled apart. I'm going to stay laser-like focused on this goal. Now, I'm going to show you a concept here called Catch Confidence by Dan Sullivan. Because a lot of people say, I need to make more money. My business is not making enough money. That's what I hear people say. I need to make more money. I can't afford something. They asked Dan Sullivan, who was one of my coaches once, how much money did he need? And you know what he said? Enough that it's never a problem when I want to do something. Anybody hear that? Molly, I see you smiling up there. He said, I don't have a number. I just need enough that whatever I want to do, it's never a problem.
Before I get started, there is one very important question I have to ask you.
Coach Micheal Burt, Monster Producer Academy CEO. He's a personal friend of mine.
What good is it to have knowledge with no desire? What good is it to have desire with no skill? What good is it to have knowledge and skill with no confidence?
A big part of activating your prey drive is finding and refining your talent. This is something that helps you get to the next place.
People are made up of 4 parts: a body, a mind, a heart, and a spirit.
You need to know you, and then you need to have an awareness, and sometimes you don't even know what you need.
So all 4 parts of our nature have to be clicking. Your hard skill solves my problem. The bigger the problem, the more money people will pay to solve it.
Everything is valuable to your future. What I'm really paying you for is your past.
A monster producer combines multiple skills to dominate a market.
When you get to wake up every day and do what you love doing, man, it is hard not to be motivated.
They think at a higher ordinance than everybody else. They want to create new things. I have a conviction about me, and that's the conviction that you feel when I talk, when I speak. It comes across as passion.
You got to learn how to connect to another person at such a deep level that it moves them. You have goals, you have targets, but you don't have a sense of urgency.
They're going to exchange money, energy. They're going to raise capital. They're going to start new businesses. There's going to be joint ventures.
I think your purpose finds you. It is activated. The word activate means to initiate.
Discipline, which is a derivative of the word disciple, which means to give yourself to a person or cause you believe in. Do you believe in your future, yes or no?
When we know better, we do better. Finding the problem that you are uniquely qualified to solve, and you don't know what problem you really solve for whom, then there is no big financial exchange right there. You should leave here thinking bigger today than when you came.
And I want to shake your hand and look you in the eyeball when you make this decision. Thank you. We'll see you in the back. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.